Hey, the real reason most real estate agents can't stay consistent. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to get into this. This is definitely an issue that a lot of agents, the reason they're not more successful, and simply stated, they're just not consistent. And what do we have to do to fix it? Most agents think about consistency is about discipline. It's not. Consistency is about structure. This is what we really want to start focusing. So if you don't have a system, then you're relying on memory, emotion, motivation. That is dangerous in real estate because every day is going to look different. So the agents that are winning in the market usually aren't doing magical things. They just have a repeatable process. So let's get into it. This is a deeper breakdown for you to help you out. So number one, no daily non-negotiables. Oh, this so much changed for me. Once I knew exactly what were my non-negotiables and I could lay that foundation of what I needed to get done every single day, no matter what, changed everything. I think it will be the same for you once you adopt it. So if you don't know what winning the day looks like, right, you're going to drift if you don't have that anchored in. So most struggling agents wake up asking, hey, what should I do today? Okay, that is not where you want to be. Top agents already know you've got those non-negotiables that you have to be checking off and make sure you're doing. So the first one, you've heard me say this. If you've watched my content at all, you know it's going to be minimum 10 real estate conversations. Have to have this, right? It's non-negotiable. This is the number one thing. If you're getting this, if you're having these, then guess what? You're going to have those opportunities. It's going to lead to appointments. It's going to lead to more conversations, more opportunities, more closings. So you got to do it. And if you don't have appointments, I'd honestly say you want to bump that up to about 20. And then when you get really good at it, 25. And that's what you want to be doing every day if you do not have appointments. Okay, number two, 5 follow-ups, right? Make sure you're following up with people. Just a simple, easy checkoff. 5 new contacts into your CRM. This is a big one. You got to keep building that pipeline. Where you're talking to different people all throughout the day. You're finding out about them. You're reaching out. Get 5 added into your CRM, and you'll see the magic that's going to happen from that. Okay, you're going to always have at least one piece of content, right? So make sure you're adding that. You're going to practice that script every day. I would say for about 10 minutes, could be longer. You want to role play, right? Rebuttal practice as well. Don't think about whether you're going to do it or not. Just that you do it. It's just like brushing your teeth every day. You're just going to decide that's what you do. And then I would add a good one again is thinking of 10 ways to improve your business. Just write it out. You'll think of one or two, and then we can add that 1%. So you just do it, and you're going to pick those things out. That's a simple list. Obviously, there's some more, but that's a good baseline to start if you're not doing it, and try to add one more thing if you already are. So why agents fail here? Well, they confuse being busy with doing the right work. I remember the first few people I coached, they were really good at being busy, but they were not doing the money making activities or the ones that were non negotiable that they had to do. Okay. So busy, sometimes we're checking our emails, right? We're scrolling online, we're organizing, we're watching training all day. Productive, we're prospecting, we're following up, we're setting appointments, right? We're creating content, hitting another YouTube, right, video or another something that's going to be one to many. It's going to make a big difference over time. All right, number two, second thing, and before we get into that, make sure you like and subscribe. Please tell me one thing that you're going to do, or if this helps. Make sure you get in my free coaching. There's a link, and the paid one when you're serious and you want some accountability, and just ask me, hey, what's the next thing I need to do, and I will go over what you're doing and give you the next assignment. Super easy, and you will improve. All right, number two, they wake up and wing it, right? Winging it creates inconsistency. When your day has no structure, well, distractions win. I've been guilty of this too. It's not like we're perfect. We're always fighting this stuff. But example of bad morning is you wake up late. You don't have a schedule, right? You're checking your phone, you're scrolling Instagram, uh, YouTube, you're replying to random texts. Suddenly it's noon, no money was made, and you didn't really progress the day. So what do we got to do? Great agents are going to what? They're going to time block. Okay, so example of winning schedule, right? This is the same thing along the lines of non-negotiable. Let's say 8 to 10, 8 to 11, 8 to 12 is prospecting, right? And a follow-up could be 10 or 11 to 11, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, right? Some follow-up. Content creation could be 11 to 12, 12 to 1. Your appointments are generally going to be 1 to 6, so then you're going to follow up, review your day. This is what we do. This is what we do, and this is why we win. It's just consistent. It's the same thing over and over and over again. We have that schedule, we're consistent with it, and we win. Okay, now this is also going to remove decision fatigue. Sometimes we don't know what's the right course. In fact, a lot of people do. They have some of it dialed in, but they don't know all of it. Your calendar should be telling you what to do, not your mood. So schedule it out, follow it up, right, and get after it. Okay, number three, no lead follow-up system. This is where agents lose thousands. Most leads are not ready now. I already know that it's about 5.7 months. In today's market, I would push that back even to around 6.7, 8 or so. It's a little bit longer. But that will be later. The problems are agents don't treat follow-up, right, with emotions. They treat it emotionally. So lead says, hey, we'll wait till fall. Agent here is not interested. See ya, right? System says, oh, put in CRM, set a reminder, email drip, and monthly check-in, value touches. That's what your system's going to build. We're going to automatically put them in the CRM, note the conversation that we had, anything that would be relevant, set them on particular follow-up sequence or drip so that we can be made aware we're giving them some value, truly care about them as well, and how we can help them based on what our conversation was. You're going to have some monthly check-ins, right? Some value touches. But that's going to really help. And that consistency is going to win over time. And trust is going to win business, right? And the more things that they're connecting us with, this is a pro tip. So let's say they're in your Facebook group. We invite them in, right? Let's say that we're having them add to our YouTube channel. Now they're watching that content. Okay, maybe we have other forms that's going to help them. If they have a business that we can help, right? They're in our referral network. Whatever the case, we're using other things besides just that, would be at a pro level. So they're seeing us often, and it's less likely to fall through the cracks. And then when we do reach out to them, they feel much more connected to us. Okay, number four, no content system. Most agents are going to post randomly. That's where their audience kind of forgets them. Content is going to build trust, authority, visibility, right? Get to know, like, and trust us, where that's from. So maybe I'll post someday, right? Is a bad system. A winning system is, hey, we're going to batch these up on the weekend, brainstorm 10 ideas. We'll batch 5 videos that we can post, write captions, schedule those. Topics can, of course, include market update, buyer mistakes, seller tips. You can do some local highlights if you want, different neighborhoods, day in the life. And then, of course, you can repurpose it, right? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, on your own accounts. But one videos can become 10. Think of the topics. Just do it. Even you may not think it's the best video. It's okay. You're going to get better as you do this over and over again. And then as we ramp it up, right, it's going to become leverage that's working 24/7 for us. For instance, on YouTube and in other ones, it's going to give us a great reach. And when people come back and check our profiles, they're like, wow, this person, I see this person all the time. And it's so funny because I was just thinking about that. And then there you go. They reach out. All right, number 5, no tracking. Most agents are guessing, right? They don't know their numbers. Guessing kills growth. So what do we want to track? The conversations that we're having, right? How many leads, how many appointments, contracts closing, content posted. This stuff is so vital. I know it's harder when you don't have accountability. So get into paid coaching, you'll get that immediately and you'll suddenly improve. Because once we know our numbers, if 40 conversations equals 4 appointments, 4 appointments equals 1 deal, well, then we know how to track. We can see what we're doing and we're constantly moving it forward. Once you know your math, right, you need 4 deals, guess what? 160 conversations. Now, your ROI will improve as you get better at this, so we'll lower those numbers. Or the numbers will be what they are, which is okay. We're going to get better at our skills to where we eventually get to that point where we're pretty predictable outcomes. Now it's so much easier because we're just going to do the work. So that's the power. You track the inputs, not just the outcomes. Number 6 is another common one I see people make a mistake on. They rely on motivation. And let me tell you, when we're motivated, we're hungry. Yeah, it works for a while. Then motivation does what? It fades. Okay, systems don't. We don't need to feel motivated every day, right? When I was in the mode of just making tons of, I just did it. It was normal, right? The best agents work anyways. We get through it. Why? Because we have routines, we have systems, right? Example, if we have a gym system, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're going to work out. Maybe Tuesday, Thursday, we're doing cardio. No problem, but we just do it. We follow it. It works. Okay. You don't debate it. It's the same in real estate. Prospecting should feel automatic, not optional, not a day. I don't feel like doing it. Okay. I just literally had someone reach out to me, right, that is interested in getting back into coaching. And he's like, I just haven't felt motivated the last time. So I'm like, well, when you stop and you get out and you get away from a system like that, of course that's going to happen. It's not like we naturally always want to do the things that we should be doing, but systems will sustain it. Okay, number 7, we don't protect our time. Another huge one, right? Time leaks, they destroy consistency. So random coffee meetings, right? If it's not purposeful, tire kickers, if we're spending time with the wrong people, constant notifications going off rather than we're focused on that 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour time. Social media rabbit holes. We've all been guilty of this. It's just some crazy thing we're going through and going through. I'm okay with those things. Just schedule them and do it after hours or before hours, right? Before work time. Saying yes to everything. Most people don't think that's a bad thing, but it can be. If we're saying yes to the things that are not moving closer and forward to our goals, then we need to say no to that. Top producers protect their time aggressively. So got to do that. Question asked, is it profitable? Is it urgent? Is this aligned? Does this align with my goals? Use boundaries. Example with 3 or 4 work. Control your schedule. Don't let it control you. Move it into the slot you want. I remember when I used to set appointments. A lot of times I could tell on the phone if they had more free time or not, and I would fill them into the schedules that were more difficult for me to fill, right? I would save that 6 o'clock appointment for someone that was working and off work, or the lunch one. But it was a little harder for me to fill the 3, so I didn't want to waste someone that had all day long and put them in, right? Maybe that noon or 6. I would try to get them into the time that I knew was going to be a little trickier to fill, right? Maybe a 2 or 4 o'clock slot. Okay. Number 8, no accountability, right? This is a bonus pro one. The reason Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, all these great players have extra coaches, right? For their fitness, for their basketball, right? For whatever they needed help with, because it's a multiplier, right? When you have an accountability, that's going to help everything stick together. Without accountability, it's easy to let yourself off the hook. You're going to start the next day. I'll start tomorrow, right? I'll make calls tomorrow. I'll make calls later. I'll do the post. I'll do the YouTube content next week. It turns into days, into weeks, into months, and then you just don't do it. What do top coaches have? They have coaches, right? Top clients have coaches. Top coaches have coaches. You have accountability partners. You have teams. You have mastermind groups, right? You have scoreboards. You have accountability. Because if someone's watching, it helps. When you have to check in, it helps. If you don't believe so, get in my paid group and tell me, hey, I want to be extremely accountable. I want to improve. Guess what you're going to have? Probably your best month ever. Not necessarily by the exact money or that, but it will lead to it eventually. Why? Because I will follow up and make sure that you're doing what you said you wanted to do. You don't believe me? Sign up. See you in a month if you're not producing the activities at a much higher level, because I will hold you accountable. We're always going to do better, right? If you tell your coach you're going to make 50 calls this week, now there's pressure, right? Pressure is going to create action. Action is going to create results. So even better is, at least for me, you got to send those numbers daily. You got to be accountable. It's going to keep you honest. It's going to close the gap between knowing, right, and doing. It's huge. Okay. Success in real estate is not just about talent. Yes, it helps, but it's about repetition, right? Repetition comes from systems. Consistency is the system. Build one, protect it, track it, stay accountable. That's how average agents become top producer over time. Guys, you made it to the end. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. It's crazy that 80% of you guys have not. Post in there if you want to do one thing that you learned from this that you're going to now attack. Get in the paid groups. You see the link. Get in the free ones. It's fine. I really appreciate you guys. I want you to improve and help. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again. Take care.